So selection process in the staffing chapter, it can be for a 6-marker question, it can be a 3-marker, and there are a number of MCQs, a number of 3-marker question, then 6-marker 1 question. Okay. So there can be a case study based questions in 6-marker and even in 3-marker also. So after that, I will be explaining the different type of training methods. So that will be a 3-marker question or 4-marker question with the case study. So let's discuss. This is selection. So we know that in the staffing chapter, first we are discussing about the recruitment, and after the recruitment, the next process is selection. So you can see that on the screen. Selection begins where the recruitment ends. Wherever the recruitment ends, there is a selection process. Always it is like that only. Okay. So recruitment, you know, all the process, getting the application, sorting out, etc., conducting the various levels of screening, etc. Now, what is selection? It is the process of identifying the most suitable and promising candidate from the list of recruited. They are getting a number of the applications. From that application, they will sort out filtering. After the filtering, they will be identifying the most suitable and promising candidate. Suppose there is an accountant post in the company or in the office of a particular company. So they will be segregating and they will remove all the BA, BSc, etc. They will be giving importance to BCom, MCom graduates and postgraduates, or dealing to the accounting course, if any accounting course they are completed. So that way they will be selecting the most suitable and promising candidates. That is the meaning of most suitable and promising candidate coming into. This is a negative process where more candidates will be rejected than appointed, because there may be hardly 10 posts. For that 10 post, company may be getting more than 100 applications. So what is happening? The rest 90 they will be rejecting. So normally we will call selection is a negative process. Here, rather than appointing, we are rejecting because we need to get the filtered, the most relevant application only we will be considering. Now again, let's see that whatever you have already learned recruitment, and now what is in selection going to happen. See that recruitment means there we are searching for candidates. We have to search the candidates. And in the selection, what is happening? Selection means choosing the right person among these candidates. Searching means you need 10 accountants in the organization. And there you are searching for the best. So that is coming in the choosing the right person among. So first you are getting searching for the candidate. Lot of applications you are getting. Then from that you will select the right person. That is coming in the selection process. Now, recruitment is always a positive process because everybody is applying to get that expectation that yes, I will be selected, I will be selected. But recruitment means what? It can be a negative process always. Recruitment is a negative process. I hope you can see the screen. Okay. Now, coming into the third one, that is aims to create large pool of applicants. From where we can get? From the recruitment, we can get large pool of applicants. But if we are coming into selection, we can have, there is only aim to ensure most competent people for job. From this large pool, we are filtering and selecting the proper qualified right person only we can select it. That is why competing people. And recruitment means simply collecting the application. That is a very simple process, but the selection means it is a very complex process. So recruitment and selection both are different. So you can have a look into that again. Searching for, so these are the keyword also to identify the case studies. Say a large pool of applicant. If it is coming in your case study, definitely you will understand this is your recruitment. And competent people for job means you will understand this is your selection process. And recruitment will be always a simple process and selection will be a complex process. Now you will understand why it is a complex process. You can understand now. Moving ahead, selection process. Let's see what is selection process. You can see that selection process, the first one is preliminary screening. Before that, I will show you the chart. From that chart, you can understand there are how many processes. Let's see that it is a very long, but easy to understand and learn. Selection process, you can see that first there will be a preliminary screening. Then there will be selection test. After that, it comes employment interview, checking the reference, selection decision, medical examination, then comes job offer, then comes contract of employment as appointment letter. So there are 8 processes. Even though it is coming for a 6 marker, you have to write all the 8 points briefly. With the proper explanation, you have to write. Okay. So let's go back to the process one by one. I will explain a lot to learn. You should understand what are. Let's see that first one is preliminary screening. What do you mean by that? We are getting a lot of application. A careful screening of application is done by a screening committee to eliminate the underqualified candidates. Underqualified means the qualification which is not applicable to our particular or respective job. If it is a accountant, there should be a candidate with a BCom qualification or any other qualification related to finance and accounting. All other will be considered as underqualified candidates. So we have to sort out and eliminate them. That is coming in the preliminary screening. Very important. The first one, preliminary screening only. In many books, some other second one, selection test is given. That is wrong. You have to start with the as per NCERT book, preliminary screening. So what is the keyword? Elimination. That is the only thing. So who will be eliminating? Screening committee. To whom they will eliminate? Underqualified candidates. From where? From the application received. These 4 keywords you should remember. Then nothing to explain. If you know this, just to coordinate with this. Now coming into second point, selection test. What do you mean by selection test? You can see that tests are conducted. So we are segregated, filtered, and eliminated the underqualified people. Now there will be a test conducted to know the level of ability. Our applicants' ability, their knowledge, their interest, their aptitude, etc. of a particular candidate, you should know. So you will be conducting a selection test. Now, what do you mean by selection test? To know the level of ability, to know the knowledge level, interest, whether they are interested to do the job or not, aptitude, learn to new things of a particular candidate. Let's discuss what are the various type of tests they are going to conduct. You can see on the screen, there will be intelligence test, trade test, aptitude test, interest test, then comes personality test. You will remember in this way only. 2 tests with the I, then ATP. So IIATP, whatever you give the acronym, you can do with that. Okay. So first one is intelligence test. Now see that to measure the level of intelligence, that is very important for a candidate while we select for a particular job. So first one is coming in the to measure the level of intelligence. Here few questions are given. Accordingly, they have to answer. Right? You can see that. Here one IQ test question is given. 11 into 11, that is how much? So you can see that we will add this 1 plus 1, 1 plus 1. How much we get? 2 multiplied by 2, we are getting 4. So 1 you will be able to identify. Other easily you can do. 2 plus 2, 4. Then 2 plus 2, 4. 4 into 4. That is 16. Then how much it will be? 3 plus 3 and 3 plus 3. That is 6, 6 are 36. There comes the intelligence level. Okay. So to know the level of intelligence. Okay, that is coming under intelligence test. Now, what do you mean by trade test? This test is conducted to check whether the candidate is suitable for that particular trade, for that particular work that comes. For example, to select a driver, candidate's knowledge and technical skill in driving are tested. whether they will be able to do that particular task or not. Candidate is suitable for that particular trade means here the work. Okay, that is coming in the trade test. So you will remember the skill, knowledge, and technical skill. That is for our industrial area. Next one is types of test. Again, continuation of that third one, aptitude test. Whether the person will be able to learn something new or not. To measure the potential of learning new skills. Learning new skills. Suppose accountant, they have learned BCom and they have learned in their college level. Okay, but after joining into an organization, how much they will be able to do that particular job. There they may be getting some computer training, etc. So whether they will be do that or not. So that is for aptitude test is for learning new skills. Next one is the fourth one, that is interest test. What do you mean by interest test? To check the interest or involvement of a person on the job. How much they are interested. Interest, how we can show by involving into that. Somewhere they will be forcefully coming, or they may be just for getting a job purpose, they will be coming without any interest. After conducting interest test, we will be able to understand the involvement of a person on the job. With the passion, they will be doing that. Yeah, just for getting the purpose of a job or just for financial purpose they are coming or not. That we will be able to understand. The last one is personality test. Very, very important. To evaluate the individual emotions, reactions, maturity, values, etc. After conducting that psychological test, that is personality test, they will be able to analyze the individual's emotion, whether they are more sensational people or sensitive people are there. Then they are arrogant reaction, rather than responding, they will be reacting. Then maturity level, how capable they are to do the work from the basic level to sometimes bottom level also they have to work, whether they will be able to accept that type of work or not. Values, they work with the ethics or not. These are coming in the personality test. So we are discussing the selection process. In that, first one is the preliminary screening. What do you mean by that preliminary screening? That is coming as we have to eliminate the underqualified candidates. Underqualified candidates ko nikalna hai. Then comes selection test. In selection test, you are having 5 type of test. Intelligence test means their basic intelligence level. Trade test means how much they are interested to do that particular work or not. Aptitude means to learn something new. What is their skill? Easily they will learn, or very slow learner to learn a new something new they want to learn. So what is their skill? Then comes interest test. How much they are interested or involved in that particular work or task. Personality test to know their emotions, their ethics, values, and their reactions, etc. After going into that, we are moving into third process. What is the third process? You can see on the screen. Interview. So after the selection test, if they clear the selection test, they will be called for an interview. What do you mean by interview? Detailed interviews are undertaken to seek more information from the candidate. There will be one-to-one interaction with the candidate. So they can interact with the candidate. They can take the details about their personal, professional, related to job, etc. This gives an employer to observe the candidate. Meanwhile, employer can observe, can understand the attitude, and to assess his level of confidence, to take confidence, not only confidence, even regarding their knowledge level of the job. That also the employer can understand to take up the job. Usually it is done by an expert interview board. Everywhere there will be an expert panel will be there. That interview panel will be there. So 3-4 various level of expert people will be there. So from the work area or from the psychological level, etc., they will be conducting the interview and they will assess the confidence level, knowledge level, etc. of the candidate. So that interview panel with the expert. We are discussing selection process. Before that, we discussed about the differences between recruitment and selection. Selection process will be always a negative process because in selection process, what is happening? Rather than more selecting, we will be number of rejected applicants will be a candidate will be more. Then we are filtering and we are selecting a few people and we are calling them first through how we select them through preliminary screening. उसमें से what we do, we will remove the unwanted means जो under qualified, those who are not qualified for the particular post, we remove them. Then we conduct a selection test. There are various tests, that all 5 tests, intelligence test. Then after that, the personality test, trade test. Then what is there? The interest test is there. Then one more aptitude test. Aptitude test is more important from our examination viewpoint. That is for learning new skill. And a trade test means how much the candidate will be involving in the particular task. These two are very important in our 1 mark IMCQ question. Now coming into the third one, that is interview. Detailed interview, one-to-one interaction to know about the candidate, and we can assess their confidence level, knowledge level, etc. by that will be done by a expert panel of interview will be there. Selection process may now fourth one, checking reference. This is also very important. Whenever the person, the candidates are there, always they have to give someone as reference. It is a source. Reference is a source from which useful information on the candidate can be sought. We can get useful information on the candidate. Information on the candidate can be sought. Candidate may be giving few people as reference or few organization. So we can contact that organization and we can know about more about our candidate. We can know more about our candidates. It may be the name of some of the outstanding person. They will be giving their previous workplace, their boss, their superiors. Then they can, if the fresh employee, they can give us teachers, present employees, etc. Some present employers, somewhere they are working and they are giving that present employee as their preference, who know about his experience, skill, ability, character, etc. So that is coming in the reference. So checking references, and the organization will cross check. They will contact the teacher or the present employee or their previous superior authority, etc., etc. And through that contact, through that connect, they can know about the experience, whether our employee, whether our candidate is experienced or not. Are they given a fake reference? Skill, how much they are skilled, what about their ability to do a work, ability to understand the job, their maturity level, their character, their personal character, whether they are, ready to willing to work or not. All this we can understand through checking reference. Next one, selection decision. So after completing the screening, preliminary screening, selection test, then after that, what is the third one? Third one is interview, then checking reference. The next, after crossing all these 4, it comes selection decision. Final selection decision is made by the concerned manager based on the performance of the candidate in all the above steps. All above steps, they will see that how this candidate is performed good, better, below average. They will segregate in that way. Then they will take a decision for selecting that particular candidate. That is coming in the selection decision. Once they select, what is going to happen? The candidate has to give their fitness certificate, physical fitness. Okay. There comes medical examination. The physical fitness of the candidate is checked through medical examination. That is must. Some organizations undertake medical examination even before testing. For example, armed force, police, etc. Before the selection test only, we have to give a fitness certificate. Then only they will be called for the test. That means second point. That is a selection test. Selection test before that, after screening of the preliminary screening, they will be called for a medical fitness test. So that is mostly into armed force, police, etc. Majority in our corporate sector. This is only after the selection of the candidate for particular job criteria. Okay. So we are into the 6th point, that is 6th step or 6th process, medical examination. That medical fitness certificate should be submitted within the stipulated time limit to the organization. They will be giving 2 weeks, 15 days like that, or 3 weeks, etc., whatever, as per the rules or terms and conditions of the organization. Then comes the 7th point or 7th process, job offer. If the candidate is cleared all the selection test, interview level, and checking the reference, then the fitness, medical test, etc., everything is cleared, then they are getting a job offer. after a candidate has cleared all the above hurdles, will be appointed through an appointment letter to join the organization before a specific date. They will be getting a specific date also, because the previous, now at currently they are doing job there, some other organization, presently they are working with some other organization, then they need a time. That time is known as notice time with the previous organization. So here the most of the organization, this will be from 1 month to 3 months. That much time will be given, and the appointment letter, in that letter they will be mentioning the date of joining date by considering all that time. So that notice period time will be considered. Okay. So they will be giving a particular time for joining, where they are giving through this job offer. Job offer for MCQ and 3 mark, it is very important. Next one is selection process. In that third, last one, 8th point, contract of employment. Once they are selected, they are giving job offer. If the candidate is accepting that job offer, that he will be appointed. After his acceptance, he will be appointed. After the appointment, so after meeting all the notice time, etc., he will come and join. After the appointment is accepted by the candidate, certain documents are to be executed by the employer and the candidates, in which they will be executing few documents, in which there will be terms and conditions regarding the job, regarding the employment will be specified. What are the terms and conditions? देखिए, such as job title, उनका job title होगा, duties and responsibilities. What are the duties and responsibilities of that particular candidate? Pay scale, what is his payment scales, his salary, increment, etc. All that pay scale. What are the allowances he will be getting other than his salary? Salary के अलावा क्या क्या allowances मिलेगा? Work rules. Now, what is the work time? So, if at what time they have to report in the morning, afternoon, it is 6 hours, 8 hours, 10 hours, 12 hours, all that will be mentioned. Leave rules will be coming there. Then their increment, everything will be mentioned in the work rules, to whom they have to report, etc. Termination method. Once they, at what situation or under which case they will be terminated. If there is a retirement policy, what will be the retirement policy, and what are the other perquisites available to the candidates? Everything will be mentioned in that job contract. Okay, so that document will be signed, signature. That employer will be asking employee to go through everything, then accept the terms and conditions. Then candidate will accept by putting the signature or by signing the documents. Everything will be mentioned in that. His job title also will be mentioned. What are the things to be mentioned? Job title. What is job title? Designation. As manager, as executive, office executive, or as senior assistant, as general manager, whatever may be. Then duties and responsibilities. What are the work areas they have to? Pay scale, their payment details, allowances, other benefits and perquisites, work rules, what are the timing and the leave policy, to whom they have to report, etc. Termination method. What do you mean by termination? If because of any reason, they will be retrenched from the job, or termination means what will be the retirement age, etc. Retirement benefits, retirement policies, everything will be mentioned. So I hope you are clear with this. Let's go through again. All the points are mentioned on the screen. That is preliminary screening. First point, we discussed that. Eliminate the underqualified applications. Then selection test. There are various 5 type of tests. That is personality test will be there, intelligence test, then trade test. Then after that, aptitude test. Then what will come? One more, eye interest, then intelligence. Interest test will be there, intelligence test. Okay, all these 5 are there. Then comes interview, one-to-one interview to know or to understand about the efficiency, their effectiveness, how much they are capable, checking references with the various authorities or the organizations. Then comes selection decision. They will be deciding the best candidate, and they have to clear all above 4 levels. After that, for their medical fitness, medical examination will be job offer. They will be informing the employee to join within so and so with all the terms and conditions, and date of joining will be mentioned in the job offer. Contract employment, employer and employee will be making a document in that shows the terms and conditions of the job, including job title, their responsibilities, duties, and their terms and conditions regarding their leave policies. All this will be mentioned in the contract of employment. It is very easy to understand, but whenever there is a process word is coming, children, please focus. Whenever there is a process word comes, process means you cannot skip or you cannot write the process in the jumbled order. You will follow as per the given order only. First preliminary, then selection, then interview. Then comes checking. So let's make an acronym, PSIC. Okay. Then comes again SMJ. What will come? C. So that is SMJC. So this way you will be remembering. Compulsory to remember. So here what is preliminary screening? S for selection test. I for interview. C for checking reference. Then S for selection decision. Who will decide? The management. On the basis of above 4 levels. Medical examination. Then comes job offer. Then comes contract of employment. Our first 4 acronym is also ending with C, and the next one also ending with C. So there are 2 C. One is checking reference, then the last one is contract of employment. You will be writing, children, there is a small tip for you to prepare, how to prepare this. Whenever you learn this, try to understand with the keyword. For example, preliminary screening. What was the keyword? Eliminate. What would eliminate? Under qualified. Or we can take that clip. Explain. That is eliminate underqualified only. Underqualified. Okay. Elimination and underqualified. These 2 only you have to remember. So you will make a small note. Micro notes, make a habit of preparing micro notes. In that you will write preliminary screening. What is the keyword? Eliminate underqualified. That's all. And make a notes like this. And you have to hang in your study area. Every morning you go through that. Then you know, yeah, this is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maximum 7 days. Within 1 week, that will be in your mind with the keywords. Everywhere you have to get that type of keyword. Okay. Selection test, all these tests. All these tests also you will not write full. You will write P. What is personality test for what? Emotion, their maturity level, value, ethics, knowledge. This much only you will be writing. So for 1 marker question also that will be useful to you. I hope you are able to understand what I mean. Coming back to this selection process, again, it is given as a chart form. It is given selection process, preliminary screening, selection test, employment, whatever I explained about, everything same it is given. So try to learn this with acronyms if you are not able to the entire sentence. And it is compulsory to write stepwise. You cannot write. The process is always in a ascending order only. No descending order, no jumbled order are accepted in the process. Any process. There are various processes in various chapters. Planning, if you take planning process is there. Then we are going into the organizing. Organizing process is there. Then staffing chapter, staffing process is there, right? Then comes directing. There is no process given. Then controlling chapter, process is given. So 4 chapters, process are given. Clear? So you will learn as per the given order wise. Let's move into this. Few case studies are given. So let's try to answer that. You will read that case studies and you will try to answer. See that first one, the form. This is the form which contains certain vital details about the candidate. It is a particular form. It gives information about the candidate which is authenticated and attested by him or her is. That they will be giving to whom? They will be giving to the organization. So about the candidate, job offer candidate is not prepared. Candidate cannot authenticate that. Candidate cannot approve that. Okay. So that organization will be giving. Contract of employment also organization will be giving. Medical test report who will give? The medical authority will be giving. But who will submit to the organization? The candidate will be submitting with self-attesting. What do you mean by self-attesting? All the given informations are correct. So the answer is medical test report. I hope you are able to understand. Yes, definitely that is authenticated by the doctor only. But here, who will attest that self-attesting? That means attested by him or the employee. That means him or her. Okay. So that is given by employee to the organization. Next one, the Information Technology Department of High Tech Limited. This is a case study question. Had a few vacancies in cyber security. The Human Resource Department of the company decided to recruit the fresh engineers. This is from recruitment portion. Fresh engineers and graduates of IT from IIT University. So they are going and directly selecting the candidate from the IIT University. This type of recruitment is what? There are various type of recruitment agencies. So in that first one, placement agency, that cannot be. Then that is a private agency, they do the placement. So nothing to do with the campus or the directly from the freshers. Employment exchange, that is also for a temporary government employees. That is for government temporary appointment. That is direct recruitment is not possible. That is for the mainly for skilled laborers, skilled workers, skilled direct recruitment we do. Then what is coming? Campus interview is the answer. Directly they are going to the universities and they select the freshers. Hope you are clear with that. Next one. Mr. Murthy is the human resource manager of Jai Hind Hospital in Vellore. He has to appoint a nurse for the hospital. He is HR from HR department. He is the HR manager. He has to appoint the nurses for hospital. Since patients in the hospital are of different type, he wants to find out the candidate's maturity. Definitely that maturity is one of the very important aspects while we select the employees. And emotions in dealing with the patients. He also wants to know about the candidate's ability to make a decision. Ability to make a decision, one of the important aspects, their maturity, emotion. This already we discussed in the various type of selection test. Explain two type of the test. What are the two type of the test they can? So I hope you will be able to understand maturity and emotion will come under which? It will come under personality test, yes or no? So here we have to answer us. Explain two type of test. Na? So first one is personality test. Personality test may be discussed about their maturity, emotions, values, etc. Now what we can take? He also wants to know about the candidate's ability to make a decision. What will come there? Ability to take a decision, make a decision. So decision means there comes the brain. Brain means intelligence test. So here from this we get intelligence test. Okay. Somewhere they will be asking by quoting you have to mention two type of test. By quoting you have to mention quote the lines. Then you write. So quoting the lines you will write candidates maturity and emotion. From this it is a personality test. And from their ability to make a decision with the brain. What comes there? Intelligence test. I hope you are clear with this case study question. Coming back to the next one. Next case study is also equally important only. There are various levels or various process in the selection process. This is a little bit big or large question, the lengthy question. So you will read first the question. Identify and state the next three steps for choosing the best candidate out of the candidate shortlisted. Candidate shortlisted means you have three steps. So it will be in your mind, it should be that selection process. Three steps. We discussed about 8 steps. So let's read the question. After reading the question only, you will be able to know. So see that. First one. So before that again, once again, you can refer that. What are the steps? Preliminary screening, selection test, employment interview. Then it comes checking the reference. Then comes selection decision. इसके बाद आएंगे medical examination for fitness, then job offer and the contract of employment. Let's do it again. Nishant, the director of a garment company, okay, he's the director, is planning to manufacture bags for the utilization of waste material from one of his garment units. From one of his garment units, he is planning to manufacture bags, that is utilization of waste material, okay. He has decided that this manufacturing unit will be set up in the rural area of Odisha. Rural area of Odisha, there is where people have very few job opportunities and labor is available at a very low rate. low rate में available है in Odisha, many places, remote areas में. He has also thought of giving equal opportunities to men and women. That is also another. For this, he wants 4 different heads for sales, accounts, purchase, and production. There are 4 various departments. He gives an advertisement. What he has done? Advertisement area. That is a part of recruitment, we know. And shortlist 10 candidates. Shortlisting. Shortlisting means what is that coming? Preliminary screening per post after conducting different selection tests. And we know that first one preliminary screening, then comes selection test. That also you people, again you can see that. Preliminary screening and selection test. Identify the and state the next 3 steps. So shortlisting 10 candidate का मतलब क्या हो गया? Because when we shortlist 10, उसमें से we can select 4. We need 4 people. Selection, sales, accounts, and purchase and production. So he is preliminary screening में आएंगे this 10 candidate को select करना, shortlist करना. After conducting different selection test. Selection test is the second process. Now we have to explain next 3 steps. Next 3 steps में what will come? That will be coming employment. You can see interview. Then comes checking the reference. Then comes selection decision. So employment interview. Selection test के बाद क्या होगा तुरंत? Employment interview, right? After that, what will be there? Checking the reference. आप reference को check करेंगे. Then what comes? Then comes after that, it comes selection. Yes or no? Final selection. So selection decision, right? Selection. They will select the employees. We will be explaining this in detail. So if it is a 6-marker question, for identifying this process itself, you are getting 1 mark. And for the explanation, you will get again 1 mark each. If it is a 3-marker question, for identifying, you are getting half mark. And for the explanation, you will be getting half mark. It can be in both way. Okay, 6-marker can also be or 3-marker can also be. Right? I hope you are clear with the selection process. Selection process is one of the important tasks or important question. From this, what can be the 3-marker question? 3-marker question mein you can get this selection test. You can get the selection test. Explain the various type of selection test. Or sometimes they will be asking, explain any 3 type of selection test. That can also be. Even though 3-marker mein they will ask for explain the various types, you will write all the 5. That is also. Sometimes 3-marker may explain the first 3 steps in the selection process. That way it can be. Okay. Sometimes it can be explain the last 3 steps. It can be anything they can ask. Okay. So you have to prepare very well this selection process. Process means in the order only. It should be according to the order. You cannot write in jumbled order. I hope all these questions, whatever we discussed, are also clear to you. If no doubt, let's proceed into the next one, method of training. So if you want to recapitulation, let's have it again. Preliminary screening. The keyword is eliminate the underqualified candidates or the applications, selection test, the various level of the test, level of ability, may what will come. The knowledge, interest, aptitude of a particular candidate, intelligence, trade, aptitude, and interest and personality test. Intelligence may to measure the level of intelligence to take the decision, etc. will come there. Trade test means they are suitable for a particular trade, their skill. Then comes their knowledge and skill, both will come. To measure the learning new skills, how much they are capable to learn the new skill. Interest test means that involves a person on the job, how much they are involved, they can involve in that particular job. Personality test may their emotion, reactions, maturity, the values, etc. After that, it comes the interview. Once they are in a one-to-one, so they can understand about they can know about the confidence level, understand the attitude of the candidate, etc. After that, it is coming checking references. They can give various references, present employee, or from if the freshers are there from their college, etc., or from the school teachers, etc., they can get the reference. From that, they will be try to understand about the experience, skill, ability, character of the employee. Then they take the selection decision. Once they are selected, they have to give a fitness certificate for that. Sometimes the organization will be conducting a medical examination, or else the employee has to go for a medical checkup and give the medical certificate. Job offer, that is appointment letter with the date of joining will be mentioned in that. After they join, they appoint, and they will be accepting the appointment means they join. There, what to do? There will be a job contract will be signed by the employer, and employer will be giving the contract by showing all the details of the job, like their designation. That designation is called as job title, their various leave, work rules, etc. Everything will be showing there, their payment and their termination method, retirement policies, everything will be shown. Here we completed. Now let's move into the next topic, that is method of training. After the appointment of an employee, they will be a part of the organization. Somewhere they may be freshers or maybe experienced, but they have to follow the rules and regulations framed by the organization. So a good organization will always give training to the employees to improve their, there are two types actually, training and development. Training means what is the training regarding their job, how they can become excel in the job. For that, the organization will be giving training to the employees. But sometimes what is happening, organization will be giving training not into the regarding the job. They will be giving other than job, that is for development of the employee. So training is different from development. Training purely for the job, and development means personal growth of the employee. They will be giving various responsibilities. Clear? So we will be coming into that training and development session also, we will discuss. There are mainly two methods of training given by an organization to the employees of the organization. What are the? So we are discussing the training given to the employees by the organization, right? So that is, first one is on the job training, then comes off the job training. What do you mean by on the job training? The name itself is indicating that when the employees are trained while they are performing the job, then it is known as on the job training. उनको काम के साथ साथ में जॉब सिखा देंगे on the job. They are performing the job, along with that they are getting training also. Under this method, the employees learn by doing this. So the keyword for this is learn by doing. So very important keyword to identify the case study. Okay. So on the job training means how they will learn. They will do the work, along with that they learn. So learn by doing. This method is suitable only for technical job. This is another MCQ question. On the job training is suitable for what type? On the job training is suitable for technical jobs mostly. Okay. Now, advantage of this method is employee can learn the practical problems while working on the job. Job ke saath they will be able to identify the practical problems also. Because technical job means more into production machines, etc. While they are dealing, they can understand how the machine to what type of problem can occur. The biggest disadvantage, yes, that is again for one marker of the on the job training is that it result in wastage of resources. Sometimes the employee is very new, they are learning. That time there can be wastage. They do the wrong thing. They don't know how to operate the machine, etc. So what is happening there? A lot of wastage can. So that is one of the biggest disadvantage. There are so many things to learn from these 2-3 lines. Whenever employees are dealing with expensive and sophisticated machine, what do you mean by expensive? If we take an X-ray machine, or in the factory area, we are going manufacturing areas, the diagnosing machines are there, quality of the machine will be diagnosed. That type of machines are comparatively expensive and sophisticated with the complex technology. Uske andar so many small technologies are there, nanotechnology machines. Then the on-the-job training method should be avoided. There we have to avoid on-the-job training method, because that machine will be getting damaged, sophisticated machines, then its repairing cost will be very high. So that should be avoided. We are discussing the types of the training, where there are two methods or types of the training. That is on the job and off the job training. On the job means काम के साथ सीखो, learning while doing. That is called on the job. And there are, this is mostly applicable to technical jobs. Let's see that again, recapitulation. And along with that, the candidates are working. So they will be know about the work problems. What are the problems they face while they work? Then the biggest disadvantage is what? There can be wastage of resources, especially they work with a sophisticated and expensive machine. Now, of the job training, just the name mentions or name indicates. What do you mean by that? Of the job training means training the employees by taking them away from their work position. They are not in the work area. They will be taken away from their workplace, are given a break from the job and sent for training. They will be sending to separate training area will be there. This method of training is more suitable for managerial job positions as conferences, seminars are held to train the managers. Workplace many in a year, or in a month, yeah, every bi-monthly, they will be sending to a training session for 48 hours, yeah, 2 days, yeah, those 3 days like that. Totally away from the workplace. This is normally for managerial jobs. Managerial job may work of a manager. Manager cannot learn while doing. They have to get a training about various aspects, decision making, planning, how they can coordinate, planning, coordination, etc., etc., time management. They should get the off the job training. I hope this explanation about on the job and off the job training is clear to you. Now let's discuss one by one again the common and popular techniques of training under on the job method. On the job, what are the various types of training? Let's continue this. So in your syllabus, you can see that there are mainly 3 types of training in the on the job. On the job, there are 3 types of training as per CBSE now. In the NCRT book, there are various levels. We will not take all that. And on the job training, only one, that is vestibule training. Let's discuss all this. First one is we are going to discuss on the job training. 3 methods you have to learn. Which are they? First one, apprenticeship program. Apprenticeship program or apprenticeship training, we call it as. So what do you mean by that? The workers seeking to enter skilled job are sent for apprenticeship training program, under which is an on-the-job method of training. You might be knowing that few students, while they do MBA, MBA वगैरह आएगा तो last semester में what is there? They have to go to a any organization and they have to work. If MBA HR, then they have to go to an organization, leading organization. They have to work under HR and they have to learn the work. That is called apprenticeship program training. So here you see skilled job, any type of skilled job, not only skilled job nowadays, not for the workers. Nowadays for the staff also it is there. In the apprenticeship program, a master worker. So our keyword for the case study. You are going to a factory, there you are working with dealing with HR people. So there may be an experienced HR person. You will work under them as a trainee. Okay. So a master worker or a trainer is appointed who guide the worker or the learner regarding the skill of job. They will be guiding this master worker or a trainer will be there. This trainer will be training this new learner or our new trainee. They will guide them. They will teach them. They will explain them how to do the work. The master worker performs the job. They will do the job with their machine or wherever, whatever may be their working areas. And a trainee or the learner observe him performing. How does he do the job? वो कैसे काम करते हैं? When the learner learns all the skills, then learner will observe. Gradually he learn all the skill and then slowly he start taking up the job. In case, if you are as an HR person or a finance person, 2-3 days you will observe. 4th day onwards, you will start taking up the job and step by step and master worker become the observer. Now the reverse, your trainer, your master worker will observe how does you do the job. आप कैसे काम कर रहे हैं, ठीक है? When the trainee become perfect within 2 months, 3 months, whatever may be, in doing the job, the master worker goes and trainee gets full charge of his job position. They will be totally in charge of their own work. It is suitable for people seeking to enter skilled trades. For example, normally we call that as a plumber, electrician, iron worker, etc. For them, it is must. They have to work with a master worker only. They learn everything through their observation. And gradually, this trainee will become master worker. So this can be an MCQ again. The apprenticeship program or training can be for what type of people? This is for skilled trade. And give examples. Plumber, electrician, iron worker, etc. are the examples. I hope you are able to understand this topic, apprenticeship program. Coming into the next one, internship program. What do you mean by internship, you might have heard that internship program. It is an agreement between the professional substitute. So if we take apprenticeship, here it comes in the professional. If it is for skilled trade, and here it is for professional institute and the corporate sector, where professional institutes send their students to various companies from the college they go to. So in the beginning, I told you that they can practice and theoretical knowledge acquired by them through professional institute. There, suppose you are working in some of the colleges, you are doing MBA, and last semester you have to go and learn the work. That comes under internship. Under this training program, the organization get people with fresh ideas and latest knowledge. There they are going to the organization. There, whatever they learned from their textbook, that its implementation they can understand, the implementation of the theory parts, whatever they learned. Beyond that, they get good ideas and latest knowledge, and the companies have to pay very less. When they are coming as an internship trainee, the company will provide a small amount also, very pay less amount of salary, which is called stipend. Here also in apprenticeship trainee, they are getting apprenticeship premium. We call it as apprenticeship premium. Okay. Here they are getting as a stipend. They go and learn the work from them. And along the while learning, they do small work also for the organization. Learning के साथ काम भी करेगा ना. So they are getting a small amount of salary that is called as stipend. On the other hand, the students get chance to practice under real work situation. In short, we can say under internship, the classroom sessions are backed with the practical training. Classroom में आपकी जो normal professional studies में whatever practicals are coming, that will be, that practical sessions will be taken as a practical training, and they have to go and work in any organization for few months. And what is the difference? Apprenticeship trainee, trainee can become a permanent staff. They can get their job over there. But in case of internship, they will not get any job there. That is a temporary learning to know about more about their learning process. They are there. But apprenticeship means after that training time, they will be confirming with their job. That can also be. Next one is induction or orientation training. It is also called as induction, or it may be orientation training. You might be knowing that. Induction or orientation is a process of receiving and welcoming an employee when he first joins the company and giving him the basic information he needs to settle down quickly and happily and start work. Once the employee will get the job and appointment order, after that the employment contract will be signed. Then what is happening? He will be welcoming as a new employee of the organization and basic information about the company, about the work procedure, about the employees, about his reporting to whom he has to report. About all this, they will be explaining quickly, so that employee can happily start the work. And this type of training can be a very less time. Sometimes can be for 1 day, or it can be for 10 days, or it can be for maximum 3 months induction training. Okay. If it is a very big organization, IT organization, it will take time. Okay. So that is known as induction training. That means they are making familiar the employee about the work culture of the organization. The purpose of this training program is to make the new employee feel at home and develop a feeling of belongingness. He or she should feel that belongingness. Proper orientation enables the new employees to have a good start and develop his or her overall effectiveness on the job. The basic objective of the orientation program are, what are the basic objectives? Let's see that. It will help the newcomer and to overcome his or her shyness. Through orientation, they are familiar with each other. There is an interaction session. So they will be very confident. To build up the confidence of new employee, that will help them to improve their confidence. Sense of belongingness and loyalty. They will feel that, yes, we are a team. To develop cordial relation between the newcomer and old employee interaction and their superiors or their boss, etc. That can be. So children, let's continue in the next class. So see you. Bye-bye. Take care.